Howdy folks, welcome to episode 35. We're going to see if we can get this fixed up. And yeah, I hope we can get that fixed up, this little joint in the thing, and then we can get our way, make our way back. So let's get, what is that? This, and we're going to take out this piece, and then we're going to go like this. I'm not even going to try with the low stuff. We've seen how well that works, right? Okay, and we'll see if we can get this to go like that. Now let's see how it looks on here. Whoops. Cancel that. See, that looks way better. That looks like it's actually, now it's just the, it's not the height on it, it's just the textures don't match or whatever, you know what I mean? The shininess, whatever. Okay, so anyway, let's see if we can do this. And we got all of our cars. Yeah, so we need to bring these up to the switch and then back. How are we doing on fuel? We're good on fuel, we're good on water. Okay, good. We're good on sand. Don't need any sand in this one, on this map, do we? Alright, let's go like this. Let me turn this down. I think we're going to leave the bell on because we got a lot of... And you know what? I'm going to go over this at a decent speed because if it does break, I need to know if it's going to break. There we go. We'll go over it at 15. I mean, that's switch speed. If it breaks this time, yeah, see, no, it's totally fine. Okay, good. I was going to say, if it breaks, I'd rather do it now because then I can just reload the game quickly. Instead of being all invested and everything. Alright, we're going to come back here and make sure we're past the switch before we hit the brakes. And we may decide to add more of these cars too, just so that we can get more on here. Alright. There we go. Alright, and we're going to hit the switch here. There we go. Yep, it's going the other way. All right, reverser. There we go. Nobody's going to hear it. All right. Nobody hears the silent whistle. All right. So we'll bring these back, and I guess we'll just start loading them as we go backwards. And we'll see where we get from there. So we want to bring... This is number of cars of beams and cars of lumber, if you remember correctly. So I think we want to load... Let me see here. What's the iron mine output? Let's check... jump out of this. Let's check... the industry's iron mine. Okay, it's 1 car of beam outputs 2, 4, 6 iron ore, right? So, and how much iron ore do we need for the ironworks? 100? So that's like 16 groups. We'll just call it, let's just call it 20, right? So 20, what was that, 20 cars? That's what, 20 cars of each? Yeah, that would be 20 cars of each. And we don't have that, so we're not going to be able to run 40. So we're just going to load this up. See, how many cars do we have? Let's check on the map. This will show us. We have... This is the flat car, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Okay, so we're going to add one more. Right? We're going to add one more car. So we have an even number, so we can do 10 cars of each. So let's, whoops. Let's go like this. No, not G. B, by. I have a cat nudging my hand again. Alright. Cat's gonna cat, right? Let's customize. Let's see what other colors. I think we already got ones of every color. So we'll do that. Okay. Did it just attach it? Where'd it put it? Where'd it put the car? There it is. Okay. I'm like, I know it put it somewhere way over. Whoops. Superman. There we go. Okay. Yep, it hit it from us. All right, so we're going to re-rail this. Let's go back here. We're going to put it here. And we're going to hit the brakes. All right, so we're going to put... yeah, let's do this. Go like this. And then we're going to go backwards. There we go. All right. And then this one we're going to load up with this. And we'll do two at a time. There we go. All right. Make sure this is actually going to load. There we go. All right, perfect. We'll get two on each pass. And that's going to be, there we go. And this is going to be, this is a pretty long train, so. All right, that one, and then that one. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. That's 2, 4. This is going to be 6. Wish we could mark these and put a little flag on them or something, right? All right. Back another 2. There we go. And we'll hit the brakes here. All right. And that one. There we go. Doesn't really help to do that. I'm not sure why, you know, there's not even any point in trying to get that one snuck in there first. It doesn't get it any quicker. Okay. So that's 6. This is going to be 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let's get these loaded, and then we'll worry about the other 9, 10. Okay. So this one's going to load. This one's going to load. That's 9 and 10. This one's going to load beams. And then we're going to bring this one up. And we should be able to get them to load, hopefully. All right, that one, and then we're going to go back here. See if we can get this one to go. Perfect. Okay. And then we're going to come up to this one. There we go. All right. Are you going to start rubbing on the mic now too, cat? The Scotch. Is the cat. This is Gotch. This is the one, the first one. Whoops. First one that appeared in any of my videos. Alright, and then we're going to go up here. Might as well get this one moving. Nice timing on that. Alright. Keep going. Come on. See if it makes it. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. Now we got groups of 2 again. 2, 4, 6. Good, perfect. Okay. Come up a little bit more. Get this one up here. A little bit more. There we go. All right, perfect, like that. Okay, so then we should be able to do this and this. And this thing is getting heavier and heavier. That little burst at 30 doesn't, or 25 has less and less of an effect every time. And I need to get a new green thing for my chair. I got a seat cover because the fabric on my seat is starting to get old, and so I decided to get a, there we go. I decided to get a seat cover, and it's dark green, so it's a little too dark, so I need to put the lighter green back on top of that. Okay, let's get this moving again. Last couple, and then we can take this across the map. There we go. Get this one. Let's see if it'll make it. Yep. And then this one, last one. As soon as it grabs. You got it, come on. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna go forward. We still good on fuel? All right. Let's do it. There we go. Clean out the cylinder cocks. I was just thinking to myself, what kind of, if you had a verb for that describes the process of cleaning out the cocks, what would that verb be? And would it be four syllables long? All right, let's do this. Okay, so we got to make sure our switches are set. We actually go to the right place. We're gonna go this way, and then that way, and then that way. We're gonna bypass that. That's right. And then that. Okay, good. And then we'll figure out which side of the iron ore mine. Oh, it's all on the same side, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so our switches are all set. We're good. We're good to go. And we're halfway in because all these are coming up. Let me see, can I... Options... Gameplay... Gameplay alerts. Let's turn those off. They don't do any good. Right? There we go. Oops. Those gameplay alerts don't help at all. They just kind of remind me that it's been 15 minutes since the last time I saw them. Looks good. Let's get some more speed going. Is it going to do it? Doesn't look like it wants to, does it? It looks like it's maxing out about right there. Okay. Well, there's a lot of friction on all those axles, so not surprising. That's a lot of friction to overcome. Okay. Wow, that rock is really close to the edge of the track, isn't it? Okay. Not close enough. That's scary too, from the right angle, right? That little thing right there. Okay. Are we finally speeding up a little bit? I think we might have been on a very, very tiny uphill. No, it really is just the... Yeah, 23, 50%. It looks like 60 to 70 is about the best we're going to get on the percentage, on the reverser percentage. Okay. Why is this flickering so much? See, this isn't flickering. Oh, we probably should. Let's slow down a little bit here. We're going to slow down to 15. There we go. And we're going to... There we go. Okay. Just this switch, these switches in this corner and everything else, it's a little much to go fast around. There we go. It's almost, see, it goes uphill a little bit and then comes back down, which it doesn't need to, and it's like the auto level thing is doing that, I think. It'd almost be cool to have a shortcut through there, right? To come off, to branch off right here and go right along the edge of that to cut through there. I don't know if you could really squeeze through there. Oh, you could squeeze through there, right? Okay. We're around the corner now. All right, cool. This would really be fun with controls, like a cockpit setup. It's always fun doing that. Instead of using a mouse to drag a UI element, it's more fun to have like a physical lever that you're, or a lever for those of you on the other side of the pond. Are you loving it or leaving it? I don't know. Alright, so we're going to split off this way. There's nothing in our way. Did we? I think we had one down here, but we deleted it. I know we had one down here. I think we deleted it. And this switch isn't too bad, so we can keep hauling. All right. Oh, yesterday morning. Yesterday morning I had this, as long as we're on this long road, I had this dude, it's dark, I'm stopping on a highway and the kid's on the left, I'm on the school bus, stopping on the highway and the kid's on the opposite side and has to cross over to get to me. And so I've got, you know, my warning lights out, pull the stop sign out, and I'm stopped. And this car is just, like, going along on the other side, coming at me. Just, like, whatever. And so I lay on the horn, and he, like, stops. Freaks out and stops, like, a car length in front of me. So the kid walks in front of him and gets in front of the bus, and the dude just, like, takes off again. And just blows right through the stop sign and everything. Like, oh, I just had to stop until the kid the kid was still in front of the bus. He wasn't in front of the car anymore, but he was still in front of the bus. And dude just, like, took off. And it was, unfortunately, too dark. I couldn't get a plate. And I asked the kid, I'm like, did you get a plate on the guy? He's like, no. I bet he will next time. But that was messed up, man. I've heard a couple other drivers say that every once in a while somebody will do that. They'll act like it's a stop sign where you just have to stop and then you can go again. You don't have to stop the whole time that the stop is out and the flashing lights and everything else. You just have to come to a stop and then you can go about your way. Just like a stop sign. It's like, no. You wait, because there might be little kids running out into the street. Anyway, alright, here we go. It's almost... No, it's not even close to time. Okay. So we're going to go to the left. Yeah, we do have it set to the left. Let's get some more brakes than that. We're going to come in slow. See what we've got here as far as unloading. I mean, the night isn't that long, and I think we might try bringing the train back out the other way instead of backing out. We'll just try coming out the other way. I don't know. No, because we got to go back to the iron works anyway, don't we, with this? I think we might have to bring more cordwood to the ironworks, or coal. That's what we need, is more coal. Because we haven't brought enough coal everywhere, right? Alright. There's the beams, there's the lumber. Okay, let's see what we have here. We're going to jump out, because I can't see. There we go. See, I can't... What is this? There we are. Totally disoriented. Alright. Is this the... Here, the beams are up here. Okay. Alright. So we're going to start dropping off beams at the thingy. Let me see. What is the... It's 5? Yeah. It's almost time. Does the sun come up at 6? Yeah, see. I was just going to say, I bet the clock suddenly slows down. Alright. Turn our light off. Go like this. Whoops. Like this. We're gonna bring there. We're gonna bring this one up. Can you see? Not that. That. There we go. And we've got, yeah, we can fill up the beams and the lumber. Okay, perfect. Because the lumber will fill up at 50, but we're not using all. I mean, we're using some of them, so it's, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. So it'll be filled up. And I think this is going to, oh, this is going to start going uphill, so this is going to be challenging. Trying to get this to, oops. This is going to be challenging trying to get this to unload at the correct speed. Back one. And enter key. I got to coordinate all the keys now. Back one. And I think we've found that it will unload like into the void if you're not at the platform. I think we have discovered that, right? There we go. We need to turn this up just a little bit. See, we need to keep turning it up because it hits the hill. So, all right. I'm glad we got the lumber first, or the beams first, because then that fills up. Because if we did the lumber, it would overflow, and we'd have to go back. We'd have to go back, fill up all the beams, and then wait for stuff to empty out, and then put more lumber in. I think we're still going to have to do that, though, aren't we? Yeah. Well, that'll happen between episodes. Okay. Go, because that's our last... No, we got 3 more beams. Okay. Bring this up just a little bit more. There we go. Well, the nice thing about doing this way is we can tell if we got ripped off. All right. There we go. And last one. There we go. All right. And we should be able to get this one going. Come on, a little bit more. There we go. The other thing is we're going up more and more of a hill, but we're also getting lighter. So it's all these competing things. There we go. And now it's going to start subtracting as it manufactures more iron. There we go. See, and now we're at 14 iron instead of whatever it was. We need to bring this up a little bit more. How many more? We got 5 more. We're halfway there on that. Okay. 2, 3. Oh, that looks like the perfect speed. Maybe even a little bit faster, but I don't want to push my luck. There we go. That's perfect because we have room. See, we have room for all 12 of these. Whoops. There we go. Perfect. All right. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to hit the brakes here. And, right? Cool. So we got the iron mine loaded up. Let's jump out here and go check it out. We'll see how much we've got. 186. See, we're gonna have a ton of iron ore, and we need to bring. Does anybody? Nobody else uses the iron ore, right? H. Nobody else uses the iron ore. It's just the ironworks. So we need It's not the iron, it's a smelter. That's, I'm sorry. The smelter is the one down there. Okay, and we do need cordwood. Yeah, we can definitely, we won't have to worry about running out of space for the iron ore. But we do need to bring cordwood, I think. Let's check it out. Because that's going to be our next thing. Is... yeah, we definitely need cordwood. Okay. So that's going to be our thing. And what do we get out of that? Where's the smelter? We get... yeah, we need way more cordwood than iron ore. Okay. So that's going to be our next thing, but we do get 8 in a car. And we also need to bring all those cars down. Cool, so we're going to bring those down. We're going to bring the cordwood over, and we also have to get all of this. We have to get this train out of here. So we'll bring this one back to the smelter so that we can load it up with our raw iron. But anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for episode 35. Join me in episode 36. We'll get all the next stuff going at the smelter, and we'll see you then. Later.